This is Kasim with Solutions 8, and in this video, I want to explain all of the reasons that you should not purchase our eCommerce Masterclass. Reason number one, the production quality is terrible. It's just a collection of Zoom recordings. That's it. We haven't gone through, cleaned it up, spruced it up, added a bunch of design, graphic animations, whatever. We are not course creators at all. We're the best and most respected Google Ads agency on the planet, and all we did is record us doing what we do best, and then you get to watch it. So if that is an issue for whatever reason, please don't buy this. Don't expect shiny bells and whistles, which leads me into my second reason that you shouldn't buy this course is we have not done a very good job at the distillation of this content. Really what happened is we let a collection of students opt into a live masterclass where the chief strategist at our agency, John Moran, who also happens to be the smartest Google Ads person on the planet, walked through step by step, click by click, his process for building out robust Google Ads campaigns specifically for e-commerce stores. And throughout this process, they got to ask questions. You are buying the recordings of that process. That's it. We're not curriculum creators. We don't have an understanding of, pedagogical distillation of information. We're not teachers. You really are just buying the opportunity to watch the best in the world do what he does, and then the Q&A process was very robust. In some cases, it's hours of content. So there's a lot of, I hope, what I'd call hand-holding. But if you're expecting to be spoon-fed, this isn't for you. And I don't want to discourage you. I think the content is better than any other e-commerce masterclass or course given ever. But you need to meet us halfway, if that makes any sense. So reason not to buy it, number two, take that, put it on a shelf. Reason not to buy it, number three, we were offering a 100% money back guarantee on our previous courses. I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm not doing it anymore because on our last course, what we saw is people would buy the course, download all the videos, ask for a refund, and then go upload the videos on a bunch of, back alley course sites, create their own or add them to third party, more or less torrents, and then sell them for a fraction of the cost. First of all, if you're one of the people that's doing that, come on, there's so many ways to make money ethically. And then think about the people that you're screwing over. We're just a small business. To be honest with you, this is more or less a philanthropic endeavor. If you really think about the amount of time, effort, energy that goes into creating these damn things and selling them to folks, and we're asking for $1,000. And we're doing it because I feel bad. My partner and I both, we have a heart for small businesses. And I hate when people can't afford us and then they go and they saddle up with another agency that just takes advantage of them. I hate it. And so our whole thing is all right, how do we put this information in the hands of the people that really need it? And you're making me not want to do this ever again. So if you buy the course, you bought the course. And if you really want a refund, what I'll do is, A, you have to watch 80% of the course content and we can see it on the back end. B, you've got to be willing to hop on a Zoom or at least record me a video explaining to me why it is that this course content truly wasn't adequate and you feel like it wasn't worth $1,000. And if you can do those things, then I'll send you your money back. But for, the scammers out there that just want to steal our course content, man, do I really hope that you have a food poisoning or something that you can get over and learn from and move on in life. Because I imagine that you're not a horrible person. You're just really not thinking your life choices through. But it's so discouraging to see, empathize with me for just a little bit. We're putting this content out in between our agency doubling and tripling in size, and we're doing it to try to help people. And then I've got these little weasels running around jacking all of our stuff and, trying to make a couple bucks off it. How about you take what it is that we're teaching you and you go run people's ads? How about you do that? And maybe you can do it for cheaper than I can, and you can actually help some folks. So I'm not doing the whole, just have your money back, no questions asked thing anymore. And I'm taking that off of the other course as well. If you buy the course, you have to actually take the course, and then you have to explain to me why it's not worth it. And I had somebody do that, by the way. I had a guy who took the course and he executed to the best of his abilities and said, hey, this didn't work. And I was like, all right, man, I'm not going to argue with you about, the nitty gritty, the fact that you didn't actually follow our instructions, but we gave him his money back. And I'm happy to do that again if you actually, with integrity, utilize the information and just decided that it's not for you. But, for the scammers and the jokers, I'm not going to sit here and just give you more opportunity to screw us over. So sorry that I sound so jaded, but I'm really, really disappointed that that happened. What else? Why else shouldn't you buy this? Oh, the information's antiquated. It was antiquated the day we recorded it because of how fast Google moves. And we don't have any intention of updating this more than once a year or maybe two. So it's incumbent upon you to take this. It's an amazing foundation. It's an amazing foundation. But the things that change quickly, and we will be giving you those updates on our YouTube channel. So if you're like, this is awesome, I get to watch the course, learn everything I need to know, and then update myself, using the information that Solutions 8 is putting out via YouTube and also learning myself, great. But again, going back to the whole thing that we're not course creators, we're not educators. If you want an update every single time Google makes a change and you want that done inside of the course, we don't have the bandwidth for that. Don't buy the course if that's what you're looking for. Why else shouldn't you buy it? If $1,000 doesn't make sense, if you look at this and go, gosh, that's expensive, don't do it. Then that's a real red flag that this is not, you're not in the right phase from a business perspective. That's money that could be going to ad spend. But if you're looking at $1,000, you're like, oh, thank God. That's a sign that, oh, okay, cool. We're in the right ballpark here. Because you charge, many times more than a month just to run ads. And we're trying to put this in the hands of somebody who can't afford to hire us, but still really needs it. So if the pricing is if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. Don't talk yourself into it. We're making, there's a payment options. It's $1,000, 3 payments, $350. What else? Why else not? If you don't, go check out before you buy it. If you don't know who we are, go look at the YouTube channel first. Because first of all, you could probably piece all this information together via YouTube if you really wanted to jump through all those hoops. Second of all, make sure you agree with our approach and what we say. Because if you don't, then you're just going to get more of that in the course and you're going to be mad. And I don't want people who are disappointed. I don't want people who we let down. It's really important to me that this is actually a value to you. And you get many multiples your return. So, and I guess maybe that's another reason. If you're not going to execute, don't do it. Nothing infuriates me more. Not infuriates me. What's the real word? I get really disappointed for and by people who buy it and then don't. I go in there and I can see that you haven't watched any of the videos. Don't do that to yourself. If you're going to buy it, commit to sitting down and watching it. And y'all, there's a ton of value here. So you're going to want to, probably watch these videos multiple times. Make sure you take some notes. Make sure you actually execute on it. If you're not going to use it, I don't want your money. If you're not going to watch and then execute, I don't want your money. All of that aside, let's take all that and I put it on a shelf and let's say that I haven't talked you out of this yet. This is a business that we're giving you. If you're able to really do this and do it well, there's such a need, y'all. There's such a freaking need. And because of our infrastructure and overhead and setup and construct and whatever, we have to charge what we charge in order to be profitable. And we've played with that game, trying to, move downstream, and it just doesn't work. But, there's a massive opportunity for anybody who wants to play the freelance game and, undercut us price-wise. That's great. God bless you. You're going to tap out at 10 to 20 clients, I bet, which is why we can't play the game that you're playing. But it'll be a phenomenal life and lifestyle for you, great income for you. You'll be helping a lot of people. And I can't tell you how many folks we see getting taken advantage of, that's the reason that this is here. And we're putting this information out because we want to stop the charlatans and the jokers in their tracks. And, there's no guarantee that any of this works because, as I've said 100,000 times, we're not testing Google. We know Google works. We're testing your e-commerce business and organic ecosystem. You might run ads and be like, oh, I'm not charging enough. Or, there's competitors out there that are giving more or have a better product or whatever. That's it. That's all I've got. If you're still watching, you either have a very high threshold for pain or, maybe you're still on the fence, in which case don't do it yet. Wait. If you do buy the course, thank you. Thank you for trusting us. And I hope you execute, because if you do, you're going to see what we see, which is this stuff works. We know what we're doing. We've got 200 clients and people beating down our doors. We've had to push work away. We've had to slow roll the intake. For the first time in my professional life, we are the absolute pinnacle of excellence. And it feels really good to be there. And it feels really good to make the impact that we're making for businesses. And I hope we can stay here. And for as long as we're here and there are folks that can afford us, we're going to find ways to equip them with the information they need to DIY. because most people don't want to DIY. They want to be like, dude, I'll give you the money, pay it, take it, do it. So it costs us nothing to make this information available. But I also don't want it to start costing us, like for those of you that have, and it's so few people too, it's 1% of 1%. But for the folks that like stole our content and resold it, like, I mean, think about what you're doing. Come on. With the day we figured that out, and it was my CTO that really tracked that down. Like, I just wanted to throw in the towel and be like, I'm never doing this again. But then I realized what that costs, and the people that end up suffering because of it. So I'm done. This is way too long. I'm so sorry, but I'm not re-recording it because I have other stuff to do. That's it for our supporters and our fans. Y'all are amazing, and thank you so much. Truly, so grateful to you and for you. I hope that this helps more than you know. And if it does, let me know. Hit me up, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Tell me in the comments. Tickles me pink. And that's all I got.